Game
pawn
started.
E2. Okay, Duck Kappa, like Capablanca. Okay, knight f3. I usually just play knight f6, sort of a non-committal move, and waiting to see. So we're going into an English setup. So let's try maybe a Nimzo-Indian kind of counter. This could prepare bishop b5 bishop b4 if he develops the knight, and it also prepares the move d5. Can play bishop b4 anyway. This is kind of a funny move, but it pins the pawn and prepares to pin the knight if he ever plays it. And he immediately goes for pressure on the long diagonal. And okay, I'm going to castle into it. And then I'm going to continue to prepare d5 and then play it. So this is the question. If I take with the c-pawn, we get a symmetric pawn structure, and with equal pawns in the center. But I'm tempted to take the other way. It opens up a line for the bishop, so it has maybe a little more dynamic quality than the other line. So I'm going to develop the bishop. I'm trying to decide between e6 and e6, f5, g4, all plausible moves for the bishop. Maybe just e6. And I want to play knight somewhere. Okay, he's going to kick my bishop. Where does this one want to go? Maybe here, defending the knight. Okay, and he counters in the center. Okay, so rather than develop the knight immediately, maybe I'll just exchange off the light squared bishop. His dark squared bishop is blocked in by his own pawn right now. And notice how quickly my opponent has moved. See, he's got more time on his clock than when he started. So, not that that means anything. He's a higher rated player and he's probably pretty familiar with these positions. But still, he shouldn't be playing so fast. So now this is interesting. Can I do anything with this knight? Let's stop the knight from coming to g5 and hitting my bishop. And then I need to move my queen because it's in the way of my knight. Funny. Maybe that square. I don't know where the queen really goes. But I'm thinking, oh, he's doing the minority attack. Very, very classical approach to the position. That's a good square for his knight. And so he plops a knight there, and if I take it, he gets a pawn there, and then I have this backwards I have this backwards b pawn that I'm stuck defending. So I'm not going to take his knight if it goes there. My idea is to play knight to e4 and then play the other knight to f6. And to just ignore his knight here. Can I ignore it? Maybe I can't, actually. Okay, so if I can't ignore it, maybe I should kick it. If I kick it, he takes, I take, he takes. I take, he takes. He's actually winning a pawn there. And also that creates a weakness on... creates a weakness on c6. Okay, so think about the one thing you always have to think about too is how about knight takes f2? The only piece that can take it is the king, so his king will be exposed, and I will get a check with the bishop, and the king can go back to his corner, and then that opens up this square for me. It's just whenever this pawn is defended only by a king, you know, it's
Check.
something you have to consider. And I don't know. I did not spend enough time to evaluate that thoroughly. But I have a queen and a bishop. Bishop here, queen here. Bishop g5, queen to e3 would be nice. That would be checkmate. If I could just move this bishop with tempo even. So say bishop takes knight, if he takes back, then queen here is checkmate, right? Yeah. So that should win a piece. Or actually, it doesn't win a piece because I sacked a piece to get to this point. It gets my piece back at least. Might not have been best, but I get my piece back. Okay. Yeah. So he blocks the idea of checkmate. Now I can just get my bishop out of hock, but then he gets this monster pawn here. It's probably, is there something else? That's the question. Can I take? He takes. Probably this way. I can push the pawn to I'm just going to retreat the bishop. I'm going to try and hold on to my material. So I've kind of gained a pawn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, picked up a pawn, sacked a piece for a pawn, and then got the piece back. So I'm up a pawn. And what else is going on here? Can I? This pawn is a bit loose, right? Because it's defended by the rook, but this pawn is pinned. So I'm just going to get the queen out of the way so I can get a rook on this file. Also, queen to f5 to f2 is checkmate. Okay, so he decided discretion was the better part of valor, and he put his bishop back. Yeah, retreating your bishop, trying to hold on to it is always a bit dodgy. Not always, sometimes a bit dodgy. Okay, and now my knight is nearly trapped because that square is covered by his pawn. These squares are covered by his pieces. So let's make a space for the knight. So if he kicks it, at least the knight can go to... yeah, he's going to kick it. And he's going to grab a pawn here. That's annoying. That is annoying. So there's something else. Queen f4. Is not doing anything. Yeah, so he gets his pawn back. Let's develop something. We just rook up and over and go after. Okay, where's the knight coming in? The knight is coming into. The knight's coming into g5. That's a bit uncomfortable. Rook here, knight g5, rook to g6. Oh, he played a pawn there. Interesting. Oh, he's once again he's taking squares away from my knight. Aha. Okay, so is it time to sacrifice the knight here? I don't know. I can also play bishop to d8 here. Knight takes, and he just goes after the rook. Probably good enough. Knight takes, rook takes. Okay, so rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes, knight takes. And I've just lost a piece for a rook. I've lost a rook for not much. Okay, if I play... king here, he can just take the... if I play king to h7, he can play pawn to g5. So if I play queen... Yeah, it's quite a conundrum here. Let's see. Knight f4, knight takes, queen takes, queen takes. I just don't quite have enough force. Pawn to f5. Yeah, knight to f5 I meant. Pawn to f5, he just takes my my rook, takes my rook. Bishop here, he takes my rook. That's probably my relative best. But after he takes my rook, he's going to win the pawn. I was just wondering. Okay, queen here. So I guess he has his choice of winning my knight or winning the exchange. He chose to win the exchange. And now I'll try and harass his queen a bit. Okay. Knight takes, rook takes. What have I got? Probably need to move a bit quicker here, but he can double his rook there at any time. Bishop here, maybe. Okay, check. So I've got a static setup on the king side, and I need to activate my knight. I guess the trouble is, how is the knight ever getting out of there? This square is taken, this square is taken, so I can only go to okay, so he's going to get his rook there. Where is the rook going, though? Can I go somewhere else with my queen besides just
time
taking?
Warning.
I just don't have any good squares. Wretched. Okay, so knight here is possible, but not good. I mean, the knight still has no square from f7. The knight has nowhere to go to. This monster pawn on e5 there is causing me a lot of trouble. Yeah, I don't know. I just sort of run out of moves. That's his idea. So he wants to get rid of the bishop. So he succeeded. I guess he's got some kind of easy winning endgame here if all the material comes off. Rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, king takes. Is he a pawn up in this end? No, it's not a pawn up endgame, but he has a passed pawn. He might be able to win the endgame. But I'm thinking I just need to activate this this knight somehow. So knight here to okay, the queen has ooh, that's dangerous. The queen has checkmate here. And I can't stop it, right? Okay, I'll let him play the checkmate. I don't see a way to stop it, and I am just about out of time anyway. So queen to
checkmate.
h4. All right, good game, and I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.